What's up, home bartenders? Let's make 3 unique hot toddy recipes to warm you up this fall. Let's do it.
All right, we're starting with the Hot Tommy, basically a warm margarita. So let's start with 2 ounces of reposado tequila. I'm using Arete. You want to use a good quality tequila here because that is the main flavor that you're going to get. Half an ounce of lime juice, freshly squeezed, and then half an ounce of agave syrup. You can use plain simple syrup, but obviously agave will give you a little more flavor. Finally, I'm going to add a few dashes of tiki bitters. I think those spices and anise flavor will work really well here. Finally, just top it off with some boiling water. Garnish with a lime wheel.
All right, the Hot Tommy. Let's just get this guy in here. Hot Tommy, cheers. That's really nice, just like a nice warm margarita. Sometimes I worry that the hot water will just dilute the spirit and it'll just taste flat, but man, there's just something warming about a hot toddy, and just, it's perfect for fall and winter. This one's really good. If you like tequila, this is a great one. 1 toddy down, 2 to go. If you like what you see, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell so you're notified when we release new videos. Back to it.
Our next one here actually comes from Frasier.
Yeah. I got us started with a couple of nice hot toddies just like we used to make down at Duke's.
Dad, you know, there's a recipe in this book for a hot toddy. It calls for Courvoisier, chamomile tea, and a dash of framboise.
Garnish it with a few rose petals, and that's just how Duke used to serve it.
All right, so starting with our Courvoisier cognac, of course, 2 ounces, and I am almost out of cognac. Follow that up, we're gonna do a little bit of honey syrup. Frasier didn't mention that, but I think it's gonna sweeten it nicely. Just a 1/4 ounce of honey. And then of course our framboise. I'm using my homemade raspberry liqueur. Use Chambord or whatever you have. I'm going half an ounce. It's a little more than a dash, but I think I really want that flavor in there. And then just top it with some brewed chamomile tea. Finally, I was fresh out of rose petals, so we're just gonna garnish with a lemon peel.
Frasier's toddy with Courvoisier, chamomile tea, and a dash of framboise. We did a little more than a dash because I really want to taste that raspberry flavor, but here it is. Oh, that's nice. Brandy, the cognac up front, and that chamomile tea is very nice and soothing, and then you get a hint of that raspberry flavor at the end. The honey gives it a sweetness, but it kind of like the flavor of the honey is kind of like melded, blended with the chamomile, but you do get that raspberry at the end, and this is really good. It's too bad I didn't have the rose petals for the garnish, just like Duke used to make.
All right, last up is a pumpkin toddy, perfect for the fall season. So we're gonna split the base here between rye whiskey and apple brandy. That seems to be a trend in fall cocktails, rye and apple brandy, but it does work. Finally, half an ounce of pumpkin spice syrup. I make my own, check out that recipe if you haven't. And then we're gonna do a little bit of lemon juice, half an ounce, and just a 1/4 ounce of maple syrup just to sweeten it up a tad. After that, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and finally top it with boiling water. And garnish with the cinnamon stick and an orange peel.
The pumpkin toddy, probably the most appropriate for this time of year, but let's give it a try. This one feels the most like a standard hot toddy, because I got the whiskey. I usually make hot toddies with whiskey, but you've got the rye in there. There's a bit of apple brandy, which that one's slightly different. But then you get, in the back end, you get all those baking spices. So you do get the pumpkin, you get the cinnamon, you get all those nice baking spices. Another great one. Okay, it's rating time. In first place, gonna give it to Frasier's toddy. That's what I'm calling it. You can call it a chamomile toddy or whatever, but it's really nice. Like I said, that chamomile tea and the cognac work really well together, and that little hint of raspberry at the end just brings it all together. That is a fantastic toddy. And second place, gonna give it to the Hot Tommy. Yeah, just you know, it's a warm margarita. It's a very warm, soothing margarita, and it's fantastic. And in last place, the pumpkin toddy. I mean, it's not bad. I think at this point in the fall season, I'm just getting kind of tired of pumpkin spice and all those baking spices. So that's probably it. If you're still into that zone of pumpkin spice everything, then give this one a try. It's actually, it is good. It's just preferred these two better. We've got a lot more fall videos on the channel, so make sure you click this playlist right here to see all of those. And Halloween is just a couple days away, so check this playlist for some Halloween videos. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.